When thinking of Colombia, coffee, salsa, and crime series come to mind. But this country holds much stranger tales. Consider a shocking legend from Colombia's Caribbean coast. It describes boys' first experience with donkeys. It sounds wild, doesn't it? Even Colombians debate if it's true or fiction. Locals say young men were trained with donkeys before girls. Some villages laugh it off as a myth. Others recount neighbors' stories. Documentaries about this custom shock foreigners. Myth or reality? This dark legend still sparks imagination. Colombia's rivers host the largest hippo population outside Africa. This is due to one man's whim. In the 1980s, drug lord Pablo Escobar brought 4 hippos to his ranch. They were for his private zoo. After Escobar's death, the animals were abandoned. The warm climate helped them thrive. Over 30 years, 4 hippos became 200. They spread across the Magdalena River. These huge African beasts trample riverbanks. They displace local species and can be dangerous. Authorities are attempting sterilization and relocation. This is the legacy the criminal king left Colombia. Near Zipaquirá, a town near Bogotá, stands a unique temple. It is an active salt cathedral, carved 200 meters deep inside a salt mountain. This was once a mine where workers prayed in small niches. In the 1990s, huge underground halls were created. These feature salt columns and a lighted 16-meter cross. Inside, everything sparkles with salt crystals. Services are held here on Sundays. Tourists follow the stations of the cross carved into the walls. It is a true wonder of Colombia. No other place has such a deep underground temple. Bogotá was once healed with humor. Mayor Antanas Marcos, a philosopher and mathematician, took a unique approach. Instead of fines, he hired over 400 mimes for intersections. These artists in white masks silently shamed rule breakers. They targeted drivers cutting off others or running red lights. It worked. The city reacted better to humor than fines. Violations dropped significantly. Marcos also gave citizens approval and shame cards. He even appeared as a superhero once. These methods changed the culture via support, not fear. Marcos is now studied as an example of creative urban safety. The country's most tragic football story occurred in 1994. Defender Andrés Escobar scored an own goal in a World Cup match against the USA. Colombia was eliminated. A few days later, in Medellin, the player was shot dead outside a bar. The killer shouted "Goal" after each shot. The motive was fan anger and criminal money lost on bets. The nation was in shock. A noble footballer was killed for a mistake. After the tragedy, Colombia pondered the influence of criminal groups on sports. Andrés' memory became a lesson. Passion for the game must not cross the line of humanity. Diana Trujillo's story sounds like a film about the power of dreams. A girl from Cali arrived in the US with almost no money. She worked as a cleaner and studied English at night. She stubbornly pursued her goal, to become an engineer. She graduated from university and joined NASA. There, she led the team that built the robotic arm for the Perseverance rover. On Mars Landing Day, Diana hosted the first ever Spanish broadcast. For Colombia, her journey symbolizes Andean talent reaching for space. For Latin American girls, it proves that the sky is not the limit. New Year in Colombia brings more than celebration. It's full of fun rituals. Exactly at midnight, thousands run outside with suitcases. They hope to secure travels for the new year. Many also wear yellow underwear for money. Shops fill with these sets beforehand. Other traditions include eating 12 grapes with 12 chimes, making 12 wishes. Some hide a banknote in a shoe for money to keep pace. For tourists, it's a superstition carnival. Families running with luggage, yellow clothes, and grape-filled mouths turn midnight into a comedy of hopes. The Caño Cristales River is called the Liquid Rainbow. For several months each year, its water shines with 5 colors: red, yellow, green, blue, and black. No magic is involved. A rare alga grows on the riverbed. It bursts into vibrant colors with the right water level and sun. The river flows in a remote savanna. Access is only possible with guides. But the reward is worth the effort. It's like an artist's paints were spilled on the bottom. The current becomes a living stained glass window. This natural rainbow is unique. Nature lovers travel to Colombia for this unfiltered sight. Near Cartagena, a true treasure was found in 2015. It was the Spanish galleon San Jose. It sank in 1708 with tons of gold, silver, and emeralds. The cargo's value is estimated at billions of dollars. A dispute immediately erupted. Spain claimed rights to its ship. Colombia called the find a national treasure. Descendants of local peoples noted the jewels were mined on their lands. Raising the treasures is difficult. The remains lie over 600 meters deep. Yet this story already excites the imagination. A real treasure sleeps on the Caribbean seabed. Santa Cruz de la Slote is often called the world's most densely populated island. Over 200 people live on just 1 hectare. Houses stand tightly packed together. There are almost no streets, just narrow paths between walls. The island has a tiny square, a school, and a pier. Fishermen once built the island to live near rich fishing waters. Families grew into a multi-layered anthill in the Azure Sea. There is no running water or sewage. A tanker delivers water weekly. The deceased are buried on a nearby island. Yet people smile. They say they live like one big family. These were 10 facts about Colombia. If you learned something new, like and subscribe. Don't miss our next episode about an interesting country. Bye.